What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Real Word Podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit up those links down below. And now let's get into the episode. So what do we got going on today? All right, it is Monday. It was a pretty decent weekend. Nothing too crazy was happening. Nothing too crazy going on in the world. Just living under these circumstances. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I got this jack here, so I'm gonna grind some of this up. Have a little head change this morning, a little wake and bake, like I normally do. So let's get that started and we'll get into the episode. But yeah, man, make sure to check out those links down below if you want a free stock. My Robinhood affiliate link is right there. So go do that. It'll help me out, it'll help you out. Get you invested in the stock market. I would think that right now is probably a pretty good time to get some good deals, especially with everything that's been going on and the prices have dropped. I mean, if you're brand new to it, you might want to pay attention and not quite get into it quite yet, but there's definitely some deals out there. So if you're into that, check out my Robinhood link. I know Robinhood isn't the best platform, but it's the first one I used. And yeah, I've had a little bit of problems here and there with it, but overall, it's pretty good, especially if you're a beginner and just starting out with stock trading or investing. I would say it's more for investing versus trading, but check it out. And let's help each other out, you know? So I got this snap here. If you're smoking along, let's get it. Cheers. Let's go. All right. So what has been going on this weekend? Not much. So, nothing much has been going on. Been just kind of taking it easy. Saturday was just kind of a chill day. Didn't really do much at all. Took it easy. Yesterday, Sunday, my brother came by. We did a episode, so be sure to check that out. That should be up tomorrow. Episode number 5 of Drew and Chase Side by Side. So please check that out. This was a good one. What else? Yeah, I went to Plant Power yesterday evening. My dad drove us over there. I got a burger, some fries, drink, shake, all vegan stuff. Fire. Love Plant Power. I just wish they were a little bit closer. Driving to Encinitas, there and back. It's about an hour-long trip regardless, so that is a little frustrating. But, you know, they are amazing. I love Plant Power. And, yeah, I just wish they were a little bit closer, a little bit more inland and not... all of their locations here in San Diego seem to be somewhat on the coast. Or, you know, they have one on SDSU. But, yeah, that's even further away. So, but, yeah, Plant Power is amazing. I would definitely recommend checking them out. Even if you're not vegan, but you're trying to be more aware of your meat consumption, and by all means, like, Plant Power is not the healthiest. They have the healthy options, which is great, but what I love about it is, like, I've always loved fast food and going through drive-throughs, and this gives you that type of feel. They have, burgers, chicken tenders, and all those kind of things that a kid would like, or just even that fast food junk type food. Like I said, they got milkshakes. They even got, like, if you're familiar with In-N-Out here in, like, California and on the West Coast, with the grilled onion, the Thousand Island dressing, and all of that stuff, the cheese. Plant Power has their own version of that, and it's amazing. So it's like you're not missing out on any of these things that you would normally be eating. So that's why I really like Plant Power is, they give you that familiar meal and that familiar feel when you're going through their drive-through or when you're ordering at their location. Right now, it's like only drive-through, and they're not even accepting cash. It's only cards right now, just due to the situation of everything going on. But yeah, man, Plant Power, I would definitely recommend checking them out if you have access to it. That's for sure. So yeah, I mean, that's what's been going on. Not much. That's right. On Saturday, I did a pretty good workout with my dad. We did a little boxing workout. Went over some old boxing drills and Muay Thai drills and stuff, and that was good. We went a good, like, 45 minutes, I would say. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was from the day before or if it was this workout or what, but I got a fat blister on the right side of my big toe, and on the bottom side of my right big toe. And man, it was a big blister, and it, like, the skin peeled off, and it's a little tender today. It's a little tender. It's a little hard to walk on, that's for sure. Uncomfortable, like a piece of your skin is just missing, It's a little weird. But yeah, that was good. We're gonna start doing that more and more, just getting that workout in, getting up on our boxing technique. And it's like, I don't want to go into boxing. I don't want to go into jiu-jitsu competitions or anything like this. Like, I want to do it to learn, to humble myself, and also get a good workout in. That's my motives for doing the boxing and wanting to do jiu-jitsu and wrestling and Muay Thai and all that. Like, I want to do it for the workout, because those workouts are great and they know how to push you. And even if you're at your house and you have a partner and some of the techniques, some of the, drills you could do, you can get a pretty good workout in within 30-45 minutes. And that's what we did on Saturday. So that was one thing that stood out for sure. And I was able to get some audio uploaded from me and Zach, our Instagram live. So be sure to follow us on Instagram if you want to check out our Instagram lives. I think we're gonna try and do it 2 times a week. But if you miss out on the Instagram lives, I will be able to get the audio only uploaded to YouTube as well. It'll be in its own separate playlist. One of them is already there now, so check that out. And yeah, we're gonna try and do that Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe. So be on the lookout, but go follow us on Instagram to stay more up to date and more in the loop with all of that. But that is exciting to finally be able to get this audio only uploaded. I was finally able to figure out a way to do it, create a slideshow, and have the video format be compatible with YouTube's uploading formats. And I was struggling with it for a long time, and finally I figured it out. I was really frustrated. I was getting really irritated, and I was just sitting here, and then I just had an idea. And I tried it, and it worked. And I was like, oh, thank you, finally. So that was another pretty big accomplishment for me that happened this weekend. So I guess some things happened this weekend, but everything just runs all together these days with everything going on. Every day feels the same. It all just feels like a Sunday. Like it doesn't necessarily even feel like Saturdays. It all just feels like Sundays. Like it's a weird feeling. But yeah, let's get into another bong hit, and we'll get into a little more topics. So just packing this up. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sure you guys noticed I switched up the mic configuration. I just want to get something consistent, and it's going to switch up again in a couple of weeks because I did order some stuff, and I'm going to have a whole new kind of, not whole new setup, but I'm going to have a few things here to make it a little bit easier and more consistent for me. So that'll be nice. That'll be good. But yeah, I like this configuration. I think it works pretty well. Everything is kind of out of the way for the most part. I'm still able to kind of move freely, so I like it. I like it. I just had this idea this morning when I got in this morning. I was like, let's try this way. Let's figure this out. And I did, and I think I like it. So there we go. All right, everybody, let's take this bong hit. Cheers. All right, all right, all right. Hair of my coffee. That's not good. All right. So let's get into a little bit of news, current events, whatever, just stuff I've kind of heard. More focusing local here. Starting on May 1st, they're going to start requiring face masks in public. And yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's yeah. Strange times, man. It's yeah, I don't like that because they're starting to let people open up, but now I think there's going to be this confusion and people are going to just begin to get cited and excuse me, jeez, got choked up there, but people are going to be cited and fined. And those fines are like $1,000 right now. And how funny that the stimulus check that people got was $1,200. So just I don't like it. I don't like that they're forcing you to do these things, and yeah, it's just strange times. Strange times. This morning, I believe by now, this morning beaches are starting to open up, certain beaches in the county, and they're putting restrictions on that. I mean, you can only do swimming activities like water activities, swimming, surfing, boogie boarding, kayaking, that kind of stuff. Running, walking on the beach, but you cannot bring a towel and sit and lay and just lounge and be there with friends. And they'll be giving out tickets and fines if you're doing that. And you know, like I said, it's a frustrating time because when you go to the beach, you want to like go for a swim, maybe lay out, get some sun, dry off, and then maybe head out after. So it's like there's a process to it, and now you're kind of messing with that process, and you're still, the parking lots are still closed, and it's just I don't understand it, man. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. Just yeah, it's frustrating, and I understand why people are protesting. There's been protesters here in Encinitas, Carlsbad, Pacific Beach, and I know a few people were arrested in the Pacific Beach protest yesterday, I want to say. And I don't know if they were necessarily arrested, brought to jail, or if they were just detained, put in cuffs, and then they were cited with that $1,000 fine, at least to my knowledge. And these are people just protesting, and seemed pretty peaceful. I mean, I was only seeing the video from the news. There was a couple clips from like Instagram or Twitter or something online, but you know, yeah, they weren't. Not all people were practicing social distancing, but that's a part of the protest. Like, that's a part of our rights. We're allowed to do that. So, and then it was cool. Our mayor said that, yeah, they're allowed. People are allowed to protest, but he did say if they're not practicing social distancing, they will get fined. And I don't like. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? It doesn't. Not to me. Not to me. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's been going on. It seems like places are going to be starting to open up a little bit, more and more opening up today. So we'll see. Today is kind of a start to the future, and we'll kind of see where it goes. I want it to be good. Like, that would be ideal if this is, the start to getting back to some sort of normalcy and back to how it was. I know people are saying like it will never be how it was, and to an extent I understand that, but I mean, we can't lose our freedoms, we can't lose our rights, and that's kind of what I'm talking about, getting back to some sort of normalcy and not being under this lockdown. And but it, like I said before, it could get way worse, and that's what I truly fear. That's what I just don't want. I don't want them to let us out and then be able to have a spike in numbers and then give them a reason to lock us down even more strict. And who knows? So like I said, today's kind of the start of that. We'll see what happens, what direction it goes. But I'm going to be keeping my eye on it. I'm going to be paying attention. It already seems like this has been going on for quite a while. I know a lot of people are getting over it. A lot of people are getting fed up. I know people are starting to schedule dates in other states, like as far as shows. I mean, Brendan Schaub, he's been the most bold and most optimistic, it seems like, and I just don't know if it's gonna happen. He has a show in June, I believe, and late June, and he's just going along like everything's gonna be fine with it, and I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, everything could change. Everything really could change, but like I said, we'll see. Today seems like it could be the start to something new in a direction either way. And we just got to pay attention. We just have to pay attention. And something a little more on that note. I know I touched on it in a video or two ago, but there was that video at a White House press briefing where these two reporters were talking, and on a hot mic, you can hear them going over the numbers and the mortality rate and or the fatality rate. And they were going over, one of them said you could take your mask off here. Everybody here's been vaccinated already. And yeah, there was just it was just an interesting conversation between these two reporters at the White House press briefing, and I don't know how it got leaked. I don't know where it came from. I don't know anything like that, but I did see it, and I sent it to one of my buddies who just kind of drinks up this mainstream stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't know why he just consumes it so much or believes it or believes in the fear, believes in the hype. I really don't know. So I sent him this post, and it took him a couple days or a day or two. Yeah, probably a couple days to get the post because he's not really big on social media. And when he saw it, it it had a censored thing on it. It said, "Oh, this post contains false information" or something like that. And that's not good for Instagram to be doing that, because it was two people having a conversation. How was it false information? It was just video and a hot mic. And it's like, how was it false information? I mean, it's a real video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's just really scary to me, because it's just like, if people see that, they're not going to look at it, and they're not going to see the truth or what's really going on or what I believe to be true, because I heard the conversation. I heard what they said, and they could be wrong, but it's just interesting that they had that conversation, and one of them called it a hoax, and they laughed about it. And so, yeah, it's just a interesting thing when you kind of piece that together. And like I said, keep looking at hashtag empty hospitals, and or hashtag film your hospitals, and just the test dummies, the mannequins, whatever. And there's just a lot of weird stuff going on. The admitted manipulation of the numbers, how they said that anybody who really goes in the hospital and dies is going to be, deemed to COVID-19, even if they came in without the symptoms. And then all of a sudden, flu deaths have went to zero. Pneumonia deaths went to zero. And it created this inflation of these numbers for the COVID-19. And it's just, it is scary when you look at it, and not in a scary way that the media is presenting it. They're saying go buy everything, stay locked down and everything, be safe. Like, of course, be safe, be healthy, but they're doing it in such a fear-mongering way, like stay inside and lock your doors and the virus is gonna get you and all of that. But I'm seeing it as scared from they're gonna come through, take our rights, and censoring information and hiding the truth. And yeah, that's what I fear, and that's what I'm scared of with all of that and this going on. But who knows? Like I said, today's probably an important day. But yeah, man. UFC May 9th, they have that card, and it's going to be in Florida. And I believe they're going to be, as far as I heard, they're trying to do 3 fight cards within like a week's time, starting with the May 9th card, UFC 249, headlined by Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. Then you have Dominic Cruz coming back, fighting Henry Cejudo in the co-main. And then I believe the rest of the card is just stacked as well. And I know, as from the last I heard, they're trying to still build out the next 2 cards. But from everything I heard, they're trying to do an additional 2 cards within a week. And they're just trying to keep busting out the fights. And since they're able to, there in Florida, I guess. And I mean, as far as right now, everything could change with before then or whatever, but as of now, May 9th, the UFC 249 is a go in Florida, and they're trying to do an additional 2 cards within a week's time as well. So that'll be exciting if it happens. That'll be packed times, man. Oh man, throat is dry. Just packed times if because why they could do it on a Wednesday or Thursday. Everybody's gonna be home for the most part, so evening time. Yeah, evening time on a Wednesday. You can get away with it. So they're gonna just be pumping out the content. And yeah. We got that to look forward to. And WWE is gonna be still operating. I know they're going to Connecticut to film some parts or maybe everything for TLC. Who knows? Who knows what the whole structure will be for that. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like a pre-filmed segment, kind of like they did at Mania. But we'll see. That'll be interesting. The SmackDown was whatever. I always just catch the Hulu version. But the last segment with Triple H and Shawn Michaels was pretty good. It was pretty solid. Especially Vince coming out at the end and just kind of roasting Triple H and bringing up certain gimmicks and things that Triple H has done in the past. He brought up Katie Vick, man, and if you don't know that, you got to go check that out in WWE. It's crazy. It's crazy that someone would do that type of thing. And like I said, you got to go check that out for yourself. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty strong ending segment. I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny. Vince always he kills it, He does so well when he's playing that type of character. He just knows how to do it. That's his thing. And yeah, it's pretty funny. But there was some real moments in there. Like, he called him Paul. He called him his son-in-law. Like, he put it out there. So there was some real moments in there, which was cool. But then he was having his fun playing his character as well. So let's take this snap here, and then we'll get out of here. It's already been a pretty long episode. So let's get it. You're smoking along. Cheers. Alright, everybody, thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and again, hit up those links down below. And until next time, peace.